morning, my dear children. Welcome to the online science class. So, my dear children, we have completed our first chapter, right? So, what's the topic of first chapter? Non-communicable and communicable diseases, right? So, we have completed this chapter. We have revised the question answers, right? So, what are the important points we have mentioned in that topics? Yeah, diseases spread by air, due to water, and by animal and insects. And what are the safety measures we can take before a disease affect us? What are the preventive measure? How we should take the immunization? And what are the policies followed by the government? Right. So today we will enter into a new topic. Okay, new lesson. Okay, new lesson. Our second lesson. Okay, what's the topic of the second lesson? We will discuss it. Okay. Topic of second lesson, environmental sanitation. What do you mean by sanitation? Yeah, cleaned one, right? A cleaning of environment. So environmental sanitation means the surrounding, the environmental surroundings. Okay, it should be clean, and how we can make it clean, and what are the pollution that are in the environment, and how we can manage that. Okay, in this lesson we are going to learn about the what are the pollution, how we can manage, what are the safety measures taken by the government, what are the safety measures we can take to prevent this pollution. Okay, so we will enter into the lesson. So take your textbook, we will start the class. Okay. So in our house, after using something, in our house every day wastes will come, right? Every day a waste product will come in our house. We are using vegetable, we are eating fruits, we are eating so many things, we are using so many things. Surely the wastes will come out every day, right? So if this waste product are not disposed, okay, if you are not disposing properly, it will also lead to a pollution. Okay, already we have learned about the pollution in your previous classes, right? What are the pollution? Water pollution, land pollution, already you have learned. So many pollution are happening to all the human habitat, right? In this chapter we are going to learn about what are the pollution that affect the environment, how we can treat. Okay, so first, environmental sanitation. What do you mean by environmental sanitation? Environmental sanitation refers to the condition relating to public health, especially the provision of clean drinking water and adequate sewage disposal. Okay, it refers to a condition relating to public, we people. Okay, our health, public health, it is related to our health, especially providing clean drinking water and the proper sewage disposal, proper waste disposal. Okay, proper waste disposal. Okay, so environmental sanitation mostly related to our health by providing clean drinking water and proper waste disposal. Sewage means waste product. Okay, sewage disposal. Okay, waste sewage disposal means we will say no that garbage dispose, garbage. Then in our place the waste products are carried, waste water are carried by a canal, right? That canal, sewage disposal. Okay, so what are the types of waste? First of all, we are going to learn about what are the types of waste. Okay, the waste that collected from our home is divided into two types. Okay, two types. What are they? Biodegradable and non biodegradable waste. What are the two types of waste? Biodegradable and non biodegradable waste. Okay, there are two types, biodegradable and non biodegradable waste. Okay, first, biodegradable waste. In short, we can say biodegradable waste decompose easily, like fruit peel, vegetable waste, then paper waste, then wood, cloth, cattle dung, sewage, crop waste, leaves waste. It will be disposed easily, right? It is decomposed. If you throw the vegetable waste and fruit waste in a place, after some days it will decompose into the sand, right? It decomposed inside the sand. Okay, so these are biodegradable material. Waste material that decompose easily are called biodegradable, that can be decomposed easily. Fungi and bacteria are microorganisms that help in decomposing or breaking down biodegradable. So fungi and bacteria involved in the decomposition of this biodegradable waste. What are they? Fungi and bacteria are involved in the decomposition of biodegradable waste materials. Okay, so what are the examples for biodegradable waste? Vegetable, fruit peels, paper, wood, cloths, cattle dung, sewage, remains of harvested crops, and fallen leaves are example for biodegradable waste. Okay, what are the biodegradable waste? Waste materials that decompose easily are called biodegradable materials. Okay, then biodegradable materials can be used in several ways. Okay, now we can recycle it. Okay, we can collect it, we can recycle to make compost. Compost mean manure. Okay, manure, we can use it as a manure for the plant. Okay, manure for the plant. We can collect all the fruit peel, vegetable peel from our house waste product. We can collect them and recycle them and make it into a manure for the plant. Okay, this compost, after collecting this, added to the soil. So this soil, inside the soil, earthworm, bacteria are there, right? They will convert this waste materials into a manure. Okay, after that we can use it for compost. Okay, after that we can use it for compost, or we can put this waste product in a place, it will come decompose and it will change into a manure. After that we can plant any one of the plant in that place, so it will grow nicely. Okay, it will grow very flawlessly and it will get all the nutrients required for growing. Okay, so these are biodegradable waste. Second one, non biodegradable waste. Non biodegradable waste mean which are not easily composed. Okay, decomposed. Okay, which are not easily decomposed, which do not easily decompose. Okay, so waste material that cannot be broken into simple substance or by the microorganism. Waste material that cannot be broken into simple substance by the microorganism are called non biodegradable, which cannot be broken into simple substance by the microorganism, bacteria or fungi, which cannot be able to break down into smaller substance. So these are called non biodegradable. Best example is plastic product. Okay, plastic bag. Okay, plastic bag which do not decompose, it will stay in the soil for more than 1,000 years. Okay, it will stay in the soil for about more than 1,000 years. So plastic product are the best example for non biodegradable waste. Then glass material. Okay, then non biodegradable waste are harmful to the environment. Why it is harmful to the environment? Because it does not decompose, right? It will stay in the soil forever. Okay, so it does not decompose, so this will cause us landfill, it will cause blockage in the drainage system. So many pollution are caused due to this non biodegradable waste. Okay, then next, non biodegradable waste cannot be broken down, right? It is not decomposed, so it can be recycled for reducing the waste material. Okay, it is recycled, we can recycle it and for make it into other uses. Okay, we can recycle this non biodegradable waste. Okay, so biodegradable wastes are recycled and make it into a manure or compost or anything. Okay, but by non biodegradable waste, it is it is yeah, recycled and used for reduce the waste materials. Okay, then next, types of pollution. What are the types of pollution? First, what do you mean by pollution? Yeah, it will make everything dirty. Air, water, land, soil, or anything, it will make dirty, right? So why pollution? Why there is a pollution? Who's responsible for this pollution? We people, right, human beings are responsible for this pollution. So what are the major types of pollution? What are the major types of pollution? Air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, and noise pollution. These are the major types of pollution. Okay, air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, and noise pollution. Okay, so we will discuss it one by one. What are the causes for the air pollution? Then what do you mean by air pollution? Okay, and what are the preventive measures we can take to reduce the pollution? Okay, first, air pollution. Air pollution happens when the substances are let out in the atmosphere. In short, if you are burning the plastic bag, if you are burning the plastic bag, the smoke will spread into the air, right? It causes air pollution. Okay, it causes air pollution and it is very harmful to the environment. The person who's a cigarette smoker, he uses his cigarette and smoke, that smoke enter into the air and it causes pollution in the atmosphere. Okay, when the atmosphere, if the atmosphere is polluted, the earth layer also polluted. Okay, due to this air pollution, the ozone layer is damaged, right? What is the use of the ozone layer? Yeah, the ozone layer protect our earth, right? The ozone layer protect our earth. It prevent the sun rays directly falling into the earth, right? It prevent the protect from the earth from the heat rays directly from the sun, right? So air pollution will causes damage in the ozone layer. Okay, so air pollution, due to this air pollution only we have hotter climatic condition. Due to this air pollution only we have hotter climatic condition. Okay, then what are the causes for air pollution? First, burning garbage. Okay, we are burning garbage in our own house, and we are burning household waste such as dry leaves in the garden, right? We are burning this in our home, right? We are burning this. So this causes air pollution. And harmful air which come out of the factories, right? Harmful air which come out of the factories, that causes industries. Okay, then automobile smoke. Okay, the smoke that comes out of from the automobile, bike, car, etc. Then crackers, we are using crackers during festival. The smoke from this crackers also cause pollution in the air. Okay, the smoke from this crackers also cause pollution in this air. Do you understand about air pollution? Yes. Okay, we will move on to the next one. So what are the preventive measures we can take? Okay, so trees, we all know that tree plants, right? Plant take carbon dioxide and give out oxygen, right? So plant will clean the air. Plant will absorb all the carbon dioxide from the surrounding and it will give pure oxygen to us, right? So we should plant more trees to reduce the air pollution. Okay, we should plant more trees to reduce the air pollution. Okay, then factories, so many factories in our area, right? Cashew nut factories, then leather factory, so many factories are there. So the factories should be built away from the residential area. Residential area means where people are living. It should be away from the residential area. And we should not burn the garbage. Okay, we should not burn the garbage. We should put this waste in a bin. Okay, waste bin. Government provided waste bin in every areas, so we should put that waste product in that bin. Okay, they take this waste product and they will recycle and they separate the biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste, and they recycle it, and the biodegradable wastes are turned into manure, non-biodegradable waste are turned into some other useful product. Okay, they will recycle it. Okay, so we should throw the waste product in the garbage bins. Okay, and we should not burst crackers. Okay, we should not use crackers which will release large amount of smoke, right? If we burn a small cracker also, it will release large amount of smoke. Okay, so we should not use crackers. Then vehicle that use diesel engine, right? Diesel engine, the vehicle which uses diesel engine also release large amount of smoke. Okay, so we should use zero emission vehicle. Okay, zero emission vehicles now available now. Nowadays the smokes will not come out of the car. Okay, car or bike or anything, so we should use that zero emission. The best vehicle we can use is, what is the best vehicle? Cycle. Okay, mobile we can use. Okay, so we should use zero emission vehicle. So what are the preventive measures we can take? The first one is we should plant more number of trees. Second, factory should be away from the residential areas. Third one, we should not burn the garbage. The garbage should be disposed in the bin. Okay, then we should not burst the crackers. Last one is zero emission vehicle we can prefer. Okay, do you understand this air pollution? Okay, next one, water pollution. Okay, already we have learned about air pollution. The next one is water pollution. We all know that if you throw a waste product in the water stagnant places, it will polluted, right? It will get polluted. So if the toxic substances are thrown into the water body, they get contaminated. Contaminated means they are polluted. Okay, due to water pollution. So this water pollution, we cannot be able to use the water from the lake or rivers for drinking. Though the aquatic, the animals, the fishes living in this water bodies are also affected. Okay, the aquatic life such as fish, frog, snail or anything, then water plants also get affected due to this water pollution. Okay, then what are the causes for water pollution? First one, dumping garbage into the water body. We are throwing the waste product into the lake, then rivers, right? So that is the major cause for water pollution. Then washing domestic animal. In village area they will wash the domestic animals in the ponds, right? Then we are bathing, then washing clothes. Okay, this will also cause water pollution. um, because of that we are not able to drink that water. Then throwing the waste material from the factories. Okay, they are industrial waste into the water body. Then chemical, insecticide, pesticide. Okay, pesticide, insecticide we are using for plant, right? So that will also cause pollution, and it will enter into the underground water level. It will also affect the underground water level also. Okay, it will also affect the underground water bodies. Okay, then oil spill in the seas. In the sea so many boats are going for fishing, right? They are using boats for fishing. Then big amount of sheep are coming. So um, so from this boat, ship, okay, so oil will come, right? They use oil for engines, right? Petrol, diesel for engines, right? So this oil spill will spread on the sea. Okay, then if we consume this uncleaned water, contaminated water means severely we will cause cholera. If you are using contaminated water means we will cause cholera, a disease, waterborne disease. Okay, then what are the preventive measure we can take to manage this water pollution? Then we are if we are using contaminated water means we will cause severe disease, right? Malaria, cholera, jaundice, typhoid. Okay, then dirty water is the breeding place for mosquito. Already I have said in the previous chapter, dirty water is the breeding place for the mosquito, so which will cause the severe disease, malaria. So we should not throw the garbage materials into the water body. Then what are the preventive measures? First main point is we should not dump the waste material in the water body. In this picture you see large number of waste products are thrown in the water bodies, right? Then they are cleaning the vehicles in the water bodies, right? So rivers and lakes should be very clean. We should not use this water bodies for bathing, washing utensils or cloth, etc. Okay, we should not allow the factories to dump their waste into the lakes or rivers. Okay, because they contain chemical content, so we should not allow these factories to throw this waste materials into the rivers or lake. Okay, do you understand? Okay. Okay, this is enough today, my dear children. I will send the notes today. Copy it in your notebook. After that, take a snapshot and send to my number. Okay, if you have any doubt, we will discuss in the Zoom class. Okay, so take care. Bye bye. Thank you.